Is the toy collector that'll save the day? Or does Jules or Ryder Rudy's Muzzy Dave come see those awesome toys on display? Figure Force.
Hi, my name is smsno, and I am the newest Figure Forcer. Yes, because I was a bit jealous, if I'm honest, and we've been hanging out, we've been doing some stuff, and just Figure Force, which doesn't apply anymore because there's new theme music. So I've had to think about what I'm going to do for my first Figure Force venture. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you, and open on camera for the first time, Rudy, because I know you hate opening stuff from back in the day. Now, this was made in 2007. So let me start, and I'm going to show you something later on. I moved into this house with the intention of putting a picture up that was one of my favourite pictures that I've ever gotten, ever. And it's a 1980 Star Trek motion picture poster that you get, or you got, when you went to see Star Trek the motion picture in 1980. And when you used to go to the cinema back in the day, you used to get a celebration. So you'd get a free poster or this, that and the other. And if you went during the beginning run, there was concession stands outside the cinema, and you could buy quite a lot of merchandise that went with it. It was very different to today. Today it's quite sterile. You pay your money, you go in, you see your film, and that's it. And then the internet is where all your stuff comes from. Back in the day, you got your stuff from the foyer of cinema, which made it quite a big deal. Of course, I was born in 1974 and I went to see it in 1980, so I would have been 6.5, 7, which isn't really old enough to see Star Trek the motion picture because it's a long film. But I got the movie poster, and Emily put the movie poster up in the bedroom because I said how much I loved it, and I do love it. And then this weird snowball of Star Trek stuff happened. Now, I understand that Star Trek isn't quite as open as Star Wars. If you sit there and say to someone who isn't nerdy, I like a bit of Star Wars, they go, really? Star Wars? Yeah, I've seen Star Wars. But if you say you like Star Trek, suddenly you're a Trekkie, and it's a bit different. But I don't care. I embrace all of this sort of stuff. Now, two things. Star Trek the motion picture was the first film I ever saw at the cinema. Star Trek generically through my family has run for as long as I can remember. My mum, weirdly, is pretty much an aficionado on most things The Next Generation, and oddly Deep Space Nine, because that's what was on when she was cooking dinner in the evenings. Modern Star Trek she's really into. New Discovery, sat down, watched that this evening with Emily. Emily's really enjoying it, which makes a massive difference. I think it's brilliant. Swore then, I might have to bleep that out. Figure Force. Anyway, so a while ago, I was given this, and as it happens, I was going up in the loft to get my 1350 U.S.S. Enterprise out, because I found Inner Peace recently. And whenever I find a bit of Inner Peace, the Enterprise comes out. And I put my hands on this. This is an Art Asylum Wrath of Khan Enterprise. This is my Enterprise. You can sit and go on about your TOS Enterprises all day long, and the 60s stuff has got its place in history, and I love it. And I do have the Art Asylum version of the TOS, one of these. However, this is a boxed Wrath of Khan Enterprise. Now, the batteries have gone, and I might scoot off and see if I can steal some batteries out of a hand control at some point. But I'm going to do something that Rudy is going to hate. Slit. Open. Oh! Oh, I've forgotten. Now, I've had one of these before, and it got broken in a house move, because I've moved quite a lot in my life, and I'm kind of sick of it. But that's how it's packaged in there. You can see the warp nacelles aren't attached. So I've got a feeling we've got twisty ties galore. Ugh. 2. Oh, look at that. That's. Oh yeah. And where are we on the back? Yeah. So on the back, look. Twisty tie hell. Let's see if I can get through that quickly. Let's just look at some of this stuff while we're here. So on the outside, you've got the outside of the, let's see, outside of the chiller grills, looking all sexy. You've got your NCC 1701 there, but if you look on the other side, you've got transparent blue, which is quite nice. You've got your nice duck egg blue on the little fantails there. And you can see the gubbins on the inside. And if I get close, and let's see if I... Yeah, look! Aztec. So this sort of angled brickwork pattern was on the actual Enterprise. If I show you the bridge, because I'm still zoomed in nice and close, look, you can see, and that is the actual Aztec pattern that comes on the Enterprise, but they've done it in 3D, so it's sort of still there but not there. This makes me very happy. All you do is you take the black bits on the out... Hocus pocus. The black bits on the outside, the blue bits on the inside. There are peg and port that goes in there, and you just take that, and all you've got to do is push that together, and take the other engine, and all you've got to do is push that together. Now, it seems to be suffering from a terrible shortage of batteries, but deflector dish. And if you can see that one of those engines is showing, one of them isn't sat straight at all. I'm going to have to see if we can see what we can do about batteries for 5 minutes. In a weird twist of fate, batteries. I've actually got them. Look, and they're not rubbish ones. They're half decent batteries. Oh, wow. Normal play and try me. So we'll put it on try me mode. No, normal play mode, sorry, which I'm assuming makes it all silent. Let me change the batteries. I'll show you what it does. That one goes in that way. That gets covered up. Take the belly of the ship, which is open. And while we're open with that, let's see if I can show you why that opens up. You get a flight stand with this ship, because on here, look, is a port, so you can actually get a base and then have it flying, have it floating on your shelf, which I will be doing. I might put that on now, actually. I'm quite glad we did this. Look how well this is going. Serendipity. NCC 1701 Constitution class starship. Should we see?
I don't like to lose.
If I remember correctly, if you hold this down, it'll play all of the sounds.
I don't like to lose. Let them eat static. Fire! Time's up, Admiral. Lock phasers on target and await my command. Time is a luxury you don't have. Cut to Spock. I don't believe in the no-win scenario. Fire! From hell's heart, I stab at thee.
The engines aren't coming on, and I'm not quite sure why.
Let them eat static.
A little bit of sandpaper. Yeah! Oh, right, so I'm a bit of an Enterprise nerd, and I'm not ashamed of it at all. The blue on the top is slightly the wrong colour, and the blue around the bridge here is a bit too blue and not grey enough. This is spot on. This is all spot on. This is all spot on. This is the Arboretum, which is spot on. All the decals are in the right place. This is definitely Art Asylum as opposed to just cheapy Playmates, because everything's in the right place and everything's the right colour, and all the pinstriping under here looks really nice. And it even says U.S.S. Enterprise United Federation of Planets down the side of the ship. I could not be happier with this, and I'm very glad today was the day that I opened it up. But saying that, while I was upstairs, I thought I'd lost some stuff and then found some stuff, which has made me very happy, because Captain James T. Kirk, who flew the ship that I've just showed you, this is a 1979 Captain Kirk. And because no command team is fit without a first officer, Spock, look, to have these two is amazing. I couldn't love them more. And today specifically, they just seem to mean a little bit more than they did before. So the Enterprise is 2007. It's not really old enough to be on Figure Force. The two command team characters, proper 80s. In fact, 1979 the film came out in the first place, so they're about as early as it gets. It's just been really nice, and this was spot on for my first Figure Force video. One a week, not allowed to swear. Oh my word, what are we gonna do? My name has been SMS number 1, and apparently half my head is Optimus Prime. There's also a very funny picture of old man Luke Skywalker with my face on it. To be honest with you, it doesn't look that much different from the normal Luke Skywalker. Now to go and edit.
Is the toy collector that'll save the day. Orders dues or Rider Rudy's Muzzy Dave. Come see those awesome toys on display. Figure Force.
Hi, right.